He was welcomed by applause. He smiled and thanked everyone and sat down on his chair. Camera flash, making him uncomfortable, but this was his dream, which was being completed. Dream he used to have since childhood. Dream that is the purpose of his life. Dream he had so many dreams which remained incomplete, but this one dream was come true. Kim Tae-hyung, a 26 years old successful painter. He completed his studies last years and then he completed his dream. He wanted to be an artist from the beginning, which he had now become. Months ago, a video of his painting went viral. He used to share his pictures and videos on social media accounts, and one day his one video viral, and then Paris famous art gallery contacted him and he became younger painter. His interview today, first TV interview. He was confused. Questions began, and he answers every question happily. When they was asked about his love life, so he was silent. No words come out of his mouth. He ended by saying that I cannot share my personal life with anyone. Then the interview was ended and he said goodbye and sat in his car. Taehyung was now a mature boy. He was living single life. He lived in Paris. More than 2 years passed since he come here. He was broken and weak man when he come here, but today he is a strong, brave person. 2 years ago he used to cry over his failed love, but today he smiled at his success. 2 years ago his old was his world, but today his world is his loved ones. 2 years ago he wanted love from people, but now he loves himself and it doesn't need anyone love anymore. He looked outside the car. Paris. Paris was very beautiful, but he still missed his Korea, especially his small apartment. That was no longer his. He ended his relationship with Korea, so he sold his apartment. He sometimes regret selling his apartment. Jimin, his friend, used to live there, but now he also lives in Paris because he is engaged with Dion. He and they lived in different apartments, different floors, but same building. Yoongi and Bella are married, so they lived separately. Yoongi gave him flat in Dion building, and now there he lived peacefully, all alone. He also decorated his apartment. Will helped him. Bella and Yoongi are very happy to see their success. In the beginning, it was difficult to handle him, but then slowly everything got better, and today they was happy. Something happened 8 months ago, and he became changed, rude. Yoongi gifted this apartment few months before marriage, but they shifted here now, because there was another reason for moving to this apartment, which was creating difficulty for him. They opened his eyes. Oh, good night, Mr. Alex. See you tomorrow. Good night, Tete. And so his driver Alex took his car and they walking home. It was cold, but it was his favorite season. He entered the elevator and pressed the 19th floor and waiting. After some time, the bell rang and elevator door opened. He went out, unlocked his apartment door and went inside. Switched on lights, took off his clothes, took a bath, reheat food and eating, and then lay down on his comfy bed to sleep. His gaze was out of the window. He was worried about someone, or maybe he was missing someone intensely. Tears fall from his eyes. He fell asleep. They had also become a friend in these 2 years, who was also his neighbor. Chui Minho. Minho was also an artist. He had his own YouTube channel where he gave online painting classes and sometimes he also made vlogs. He lived alone. His parents lived in New Zealand. He had a breakup. They was found during his shifting and then they became a very good friends. They had told him anything about himself, but Minho wasn't stupid. He was a 30-year-old man. He understood that their heart was broken. So he always tried to comfort him. Nothing had changed in those 2 years. Only their world, his heart changed. He lost his first love. He was alive. He was still alive. But one thing changed. He is not running away because he knew that he would get nothing by running away. He faced his problems. But maybe it's not true. Maybe he pretend. His phone rang. He opened his eyes, looked at the caller ID. Hyung pressed the accept button. Hyung, there, sorry. Sorry for what? There, I can't hide anymore, sorry. Hyung, he sat down. What are you saying? What are you talking about? They could not see Jerry's eyes. Hyung, he stood up, looked out the window. There, I am sorry. What did I do? He started crying. And me? You forgetting that, Hyung? I did not expect this from you, Hyung. There, don't talk to me. And he hung up. He sat down holding his head, looked out the window. Empty. He stood for a long time, then sat on bed. He may be still waiting for someone. He was hoping for someone to return it. He lighted a cigarette and puffed his lungs. He was surprised at his brother. Suddenly his brother started worried about his life. Years ago his brother was telling him to live your life, achieve your dreams. Now he had pulled himself out with great difficulty. He continued to smoking in silence. Yogi put the phone down and looked at Bela direction who was reading book. He is still angry. Bela looked at Yogi. So who said to go against his word? Stop forcing him. He is happy. Bela, he is alone. She closed the book. I feel sorry for you, Yogi. You forgot everything. I didn't forgot anything, but this is hurt. Oh, so now this is hurt? Remember you told Dad to follow your dreams and look forward? And he is doing what you told him and he is happy, but now you want to put him in a new punishment? Bella, look Yoongi, they is my brother too. And his happiness is my happiness too. You forgot, but I remember everything. I sighed with there. This is his life. Please leave it. Bella said this and lay down, turned off the lamp, and Yoongi looked at her, then sat down silently. He looked out of the window. Yoongi had become a very successful businessman since he got married to Bella. He was getting more success day by day. Bella was lucky for him. They live alone, but Yoongi and Bella visiting him every day. He was always in his studio. Yoongi was happy for his brother's success and they was happy in his world. They did what Yoongi said. Now he was a successful painter and his dream all come true. But Yoongi knew that they are still missing his love. He never made a relationship. He is still alone. He is still broken. He started interfere their life. He wanted their happiness, so he forced their forgot past. But they didn't like, Yoongi thought, so talked to him only about work and nothing more. They mostly listened Bella, and Bella was not listening to Yoongi. She used to say that Yoongi was wrong. He wanted to see his brother completed. He would do anything for them. One more thing changed. They didn't listen. Jimmy. He started ignoring Jimmy, and Yoongi knew this. But he could not do anything. Jimmy and they no longer best friends. Jimmy and Yoongi do something stupid and broke their trust.